one of the strangest relations between countries in the modern era is America's relationship with Pakistan. Of relations that fluctuate very greatly in a purely pragmatic way, meaning interests that control the relationship in a very unusual way, very, very friends, very, very enemies, very, very friends, and so on. This fluctuation is a very striking thing in the aftermath of World War II. The two big rods alone, the Soviet Union and America, led the world. The world was consequently divided into the Eastern Soviet camp and the Western camp of America and its allies. After India's independence from Britain in 1947, it initially leaned towards America. Nehru was 49,949 years old. But then it became completely dependent on the Soviet Union, prompting America to support Pakistan. Pakistan and India, lifelong enemies, faced significant tensions. They had border issues, racial and ethnic problems, and religious differences. Along the way, America has tended to be loyal to Pakistan and supported Pakistan, becoming one of its closest allies over successive years and decades. This increased in the 1980s when America began assisting the Afghans in the Russian war in Afghanistan during the Russian occupation of Afghanistan. It was very important for Pakistan. That's why Pakistan supported it very strongly. 1991, with the collapse of the Soviet Union. India was, as we said, the Soviet Union camp was dependent on the Soviet Union, a great dependence. During the Soviet Union, America quickly moved on India because India is very important to it. India controls very large areas in the Indian Ocean. It has long coasts on the Indian Ocean, which represents America, which means strong control over this region, and at the same time economic power and enormous human energies from the largest country in the world in population. At that time, of course, it is now the largest country already, but at that time it was. China means that it has very great potential, so America headed to India, and consequently the Pakistan file caravan was established. The countries became Pakistan from the year 1992. It headed to India. That's it. I sold what she was, her friend for 40 years in the region. I sold, and that's it, I turned my back on it. The days passed, and 2001, the events of September 2001 occurred and remained. America needs a country in Central Asia to act on the issue of Afghanistan. So I returned again to friendship with Pakistan in 2001. Relations returned as stronger than they were before that, to the point that from 2001 to about 2017 or 2016, American military aid to Pakistan exceeded $33,000. So it began to depend on Pakistan in the region, and Pakistan's image is America's greatest friend in Central Asia. The days passed. Trump accused Pakistan of terrorism, and therefore its agent also did his back. And end the relationship. The relationship was very strong, and then after that it broke off, and then it came back very strong, and after that it broke off in the year 2016, 2017, during the era of Trump, and he went all the way to India with India. It did not sever its ties with the Soviet Union nor with China, which are enemies of America. It became India. Pro-3 means groups of 3 superpowers. This did not bother America in any way, but it turned its back on Pakistan. Pakistan at this time determined that from the year 2018 to the year 2022, it was led by Prime Minister Imran Khan. Imran Khan surprised America with its reaction. America severed its relationship with Pakistan and is preparing for it, that Pakistan will kneel as a result if it severed its relationship with it. My main help is to America, but Imran Khan does very strange things. Suddenly it provoked American anger. First, economic cooperation with China, which entered into the Belt and Road Initiative. The Chinese, meaning Pakistan, was used as an important Chinese economic corridor, and transactions between them amounted to about $62,000. And then it also opened the military door to China, and it began to import weapons from China. He refused to allow America to use Pakistan as a base to strike Afghanistan. I also sacrificed his narrowness on America in this area. He refused normalization with the Zionist entity, and America asked him to speak about this. And he rejected this issue, but to establish a Palestinian state and begin a path of nuclear cooperation with Ankara, with Turkey. Of course, for America and Israel, this disturbed them in a very striking way and opened the door to cooperation with Iran Ministry of Tehran in 2019, and Iran became a gateway to Russia. Because he had completely given up his relations with Russia as a result of being a full cooperator with America in it from 2001 until the Trump era. Then he went like Russia Khan, and this is what he said. He visited Russia on 2/24/2022 AD, meaning only 3 days after Russia occupied Ukraine. The visit was at a very, very sensitive time, and he made an agreement with Russia, and a major arms agreement, and he began to receive Russia's support in this matter. This is the first visit. A Pakistani for more than 20 years to Russia, because of course the entire period that passed was all of Pakistan's loyalty to American, and therefore there was no dealings with Russia. This was my first visit. Every day there were very, very huge changes. The European countries told him religion, occupation, Russia. To Ukraine, he rejected this. The conviction sold him 20 ambassadors. Every ambassador with a message from a European country, including America as well, if they condemn this occupation, he rejected this issue and said to us, we are not your slaves, meaning we take our decision from our brain, not from these dictates. But the Pakistani army condemned the Russian occupation of Ukraine, and the Pakistani army was directed by America in a very remarkable way, because it was all over the 20 years before them, all its training, and his funds were American before the direction of Leal for Russia. This is it. This is what happened at this time. Imran Khan has become a target for America. If they overthrow him, because he made very major changes in Pakistani strategy and ideology in dealing with matters and changing loyalties in a very remarkable and rapid manner. So they arranged a supportive coup for him. They worked to strengthen the opposition if they carried out a withdrawal of confidence, and the army issued a statement 2 or 3 days before the withdrawal of confidence. Imran Khan and encourages people to be. I mean, they voted against it and acted to withdraw confidence to vote on it in the National Assembly, and Imran Khan removed him from his position, which means like a coup, but a soft coup without gunshots. I mean, this was a year and 4 months before his term was completed. He still had a year and 4 months in the government. Khan was removed from the leadership. After he was removed, of course, they gave him 10,000 charges. They understood him in very many things: corruption, cases of betrayal, cases of illegal marriage, and very big things. He escaped some of them and was punished in others. He is now in prison, Imran Khan, and God knows the situation. I do not have details if he actually has cases, corruption or not, and there are no terms imposed on him. God knows in details, but this is the end that happened and ended, unfortunately. I mean, the project means that we say that he betrayed the honor of trying, but the bottom line is that pure interests govern world politics. As for morals, values, and customs, no, all this talk is with you. It has become one of the rare legacies. There is no one who deals with it. America, workers who change loyalties with Pakistan as they want. Sometimes a friend, sometimes an enemy, sometimes a friend with a smile on the face and a dagger in the back, something that means. Repeatedly we ask God Almighty to grant Muslims the strength to restore the just law of heaven to this earth, which filled unjustly and unjustly. May God's peace and blessings be upon you.